Previously, we have studied about the anomalous behavior of certain elements in a group. Now, we are going to discuss the anomalous behavior of carbon. Why it happens, because it has a smaller size and it has high electronegativity as compared to the other elements, and it has also higher ionization enthalpy, and it does not have the d orbitals. So these are the reasons why carbon behaves and in an anomalous way. Now in carbon, you know that only s and p orbitals are available and d orbitals are not available. So it can accommodate only 4 pairs of electrons around it. Since 4 is termed as tetra, so you can say tetravalency. Since there are 4 atoms in the valence shell of the carbon, so 4 bonds of carbon is possible. So around carbon only 4 atoms are possible. There is a unique property of carbon known as the catenation property, and by virtue of which it can form carbon chains. So carbon atoms have the tendency to link with one another through covalent bonds to form chains and rings. This property is called the catenation property, and because of this catenation property, the carbon-carbon bonds become very strong, and it is not very easy to break those bonds. Diamond is an allotrope of carbon, and it has sp3 hybridization, and it is linked to 4 other carbon atoms by using hybridized orbitals in tetrahedral fashion. So this hybridization we are going to study in our next class, and for the time being you have to remember that it is sp3 hybridization, and we are going to repeat this same thing in the next chapter. Okay, and the length of carbon is 154 picometer. So this is the structure of diamond, and as you can see, the dots are the carbon present, and it is like the carbon linkages from which is known as the catenation property. And due to this linkage, it is said that diamond is the hardest substance known, right? So it means in order to break one carbon bond, it is very difficult. Now there are so many numbers of carbon bonds. Okay, so it is very hard to break the carbon bonds now, hence diamond is said to be very hard. Another type of allotrope of carbon is the fullerene. So what are these fullerenes? Fullerenes are the products that are made by heating graphite. You know the graphite which is present in the pencil lead, right? So when 60 number of carbon atoms are present together, that is they form a bond, then that take the shape of a soccer ball, and it is known as the Buckminster fullerene. The name of that particular fullerene is known as the Buckminster fullerene. So usually you can see here it's written C to the power n small molecules consist of mainly C60 with smaller quantity of C70. It means it forms the carbon bonds is formed within that range. The number of carbon present is either 60 70 in between. So that type of catenation property forms the fullerenes, and when there is specifically like 60 carbon and it forms the shape of a ball, soccer ball, then it is known as the Buckminster fullerene. Now we have to see one thing here. It contains 26 membered rings. Okay, 26 membered rings. So here in the Buckminster fullerene you can see there are two types of rings. One is the 5 membered ring and another one is the 6 membered ring. How many 6 membered ring is there? There are 20. Okay, 6 membered ring is there. It is not 26, it is not 26. Okay, remember it is 6 membered ring, and there are 12 5 membered ring. Now you see here, you can if you observed here, you can see in front of you the bigger ring which is 5 membered ring, and the wait 1 minute, this is 1 2 3 4 5. This is the 5 membered ring in front of you. But if you see in the side here also, this is one ring now, 1 2 3 4 5 6. So this is one ring and this is the another ring. So there is a combination of 5 membered ring and 6 membered ring. So the question usually arises that how many 5 membered ring and how many 6 membered ring is there in the Buckminster fullerene. So the answer is there are 20, that is 20 6-membered ring and there are 12 5-membered rings.